Alright everyone, this is Ash. Welcome back to the King's Speech. So recorded channel update videos should be hopefully out by now on the channel. Kind of talks about when read-throughs are coming back, some other extra content stuff I've planned. So go take a look at that for further details. On that, I forgot to mention that we are getting caught up on Shonen Jump stuff again this weekend. I think you shall be familiar with that by now. I've mentioned in the last couple of videos I've done. So yeah, we're getting caught up with some Shonen Jump stuff again this weekend. So we got the chapters of Akane Banashi as well as Spy Family. We also had a new Gokurakugai that dropped this month. So I'm really sort of excited to dive into that. We're going to have a new Kaiju chapter that's coming out this week. So I'll either cover that the upcoming weekend or the week after that when I do my usual 2-week catch-up on Shonen Jump stuff. But depending on how I feel. But a lot of great content is coming your way. So if you haven't already, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. Especially now, this last little month being as rough as it has been. If you'd like to show some support for these videos, I would really greatly appreciate it. Would really mean a lot to me. But without further ado, let us dive into it with Gokurakugai Chapter 14. So we're getting the chapter title and stuff in the middle, which usually means we're in for a good ride. So yeah, let's get into it. We'll do like all the translation credits and everything when we get to that. We pick up where we left off last time with Tao going to the little hanging shrine. She goes, Jean? As she sees Yoru kind of just standing at the entrance to there. He's like, welcome back, big sis. And she's kind of just like taken aback by this. God, man. And you see just like this happy little smiling face of like this little kid. And you see Tao slowly walking up as Yoru also like slowly walking towards her. And he's got like this little smirk on his face that kind of just like fades as Tao pulls her gun on him. And she goes, who the hell are you? He's like, it's me, Jin. Have you forgotten me? And she's like, don't pretend to be him. He's like, believe me, just remember. He's like, don't move. He's like, look. And he kind of like brushes his hair back and you see like this, like, it looks like a burn scar almost across his, like on the top half of his face. And she shoots a bullet, just like hits the little, the temple behind him. And she goes, next shot will blast that scar and your noggin clean off. Who are you? And you can see he's kind of like cocksure head tilt, kind of like going down as he tilts his head, and he like kind of like his shoulders kind of just deflate a little bit. It's like messing with someone too attached to the little brother sure is dangerous. He's like, I'm not Jin, and he's just like he pulls down his little neck scarf, black neck scarf he's wearing, and you see this little like rope burn scar from where like a noose or rope would have been. It's like I was given the name Yoru on the day I got this scar. Call me Yoru from now on, okay, big sis? And she's like, quit screwing with me. Who the hell are you? Given by who? What did you do to Jean? Where is he? And you see her just like gripping her fist tightly. He's like, admit it. You already know the truth, don't you? Jin is dead. All because of you. Oh, that's fucking fucked, man. You see him just like mimic a hang. He's got like his tongue sticking out, like mimicking a hanging. And you see Gokurakugai by Yuto Sano, Chapter 14, 'Tis Folly to Be Wise. Translation by David Evelyn, lettering by Kyla Aiko. Jeff, when I was 10, my mother, who was a devout follower of a god that no one had ever laid eyes on, came back home as a wad of bills. And you see this scruffy-looking black-haired guy sitting at this table counting out the money going, talk to anyone else about this and I'll sell you off in parts too. You know, this talking piece of trash was my father. Oh, god damn, man. And you see this baby Tao, this like little black hair kid just like holding on to her. And she's looking like very like dirtied up. She might have like potential bruises and stuff like on her legs. Unkempt, that's the word I was looking for. Unkempt, she's looking unkempt. Looks like she's got like big bags under her eyes. It's like from here on out, I guess he'll be taking his anger out on me instead. This guy shed no tears over parting with my mom. And you see, God, as she's like lying in bed later with like a hand over her eyes, like, he didn't hit you today, huh? It's like, sure hope tomorrow's like today, the whole day. It's like, It's like, hey sis? It's like, did mom go visit God? And Tao's just silent before she goes, And she's like, it's okay. You don't have to worry about anything. Your big sis will protect you, Jean. One day we'll get you out of here and live free. It's like there was no sign of that day coming. You see the next page, you see this gangster-looking guy just whipping her father across the face with, I don't know what he's whipping him with. Like, I don't know if it's like a belt or like something like a baton or something. But the father's like, hey, Tao, come here a sec. And he's like, ow. He just like grabs her by the hair and like pulls her in with a big sis. It's like, this one's already 15. You can take her and forgive my debts. What do you, and as he says, say, you see the guy just bashing him in the head again. His head goes flying back. Like, so this scumbag deprives his kids of their mom, takes the money his daughter earned, and drowns himself in drugs and booze and calls himself a dad? You've got it rough, little lady. And you see this other wolf man coming in, like smoking a cig, dressed in like this black shirt and suit. This guy just like grabs her by the, like her chin and like holds it up. And I assume this is Tao saying, once this jerk is clear of his debts, how would you give me some money? The wolf guy just kind of smiles. And you see, I'm not sure if this is like supposed to be Tao, but you see like the hand being filled like 2 candies in there. And as it closes, you see the next one you have like this little like bullseye tattoo almost tattooed on the wrist. And you see like the first hand gets like a pack of cigs, then some money, and the next one's like holding a gun. And you see the next one with like a gin. It's like, yeah, what? Aren't you hot? Put on some short sleeves. And you see like this little cramped room where they've got like their 2 futons like smacked together. You got like this little fan rotating. It's like, I'm fine. I'm not hot. And Tao just, God, I'm gonna need a second here. Oh, this is definitely hitting very close to home. Alright, so you see Tao grabbing his hand, like she pulls back the sleeves, and she sees he's got like little bruise marks all over his arms. And she kind of just slumps over, like looking defeated, and goes, since when? And he's like, ever since you started going to those guys' place. It's like, I see. It's like, I'm sorry. I'm so... fucking Christ, man. Alright, this really just does hit close to home. Just give me a second here. He's like, I'm so sorry. He's like, I just have to save a little more. It's like, but that guy demanded the money. And you see on the next pages, his father just backhands her with, where are you hiding it? You're supposed to use that cash to pay off the debts. He's like, I don't know what you're talking about. Quit screwing with me. Learn how to clean up your own damn messes. He's like, don't talk back at me, you little piece of shit. And you see him just like hold his ball overhead, and as he's about to bring it down and smack on her, you see your brother like kind of diving in front to take the blow instead. And you see that's where he got the scar. You see like a spurt of blood as he gets hit. He's like, Jin! It's like, out of the way or your ass is dead! And she's like, if demons exist in this world, then I bet he was one of them. I couldn't imagine him being human like us. Oh, God, man. But you see as he's like tears streaming down his face, like the Christ crying, like you see Tao like trying to push down on it with the pad to kind of like staunch the bleeding. He's like, okay, fine. I'll give you the money. Just keep your hands off Jin. And later that night he's like, I'm sorry, Jin. And after I said I'd keep you safe too. He's like, why are you apologizing? You did protect me by handing over the money. He's like, can I sleep beside you, sis? He's like, mm-hmm. It's like, you want to get out of here already, don't you? It's like, I swear I'll earn more soon. You see the next day Tao's getting like all dressed up in a suit, putting on a blazer. She tucks a gun into her waistband. And you see as she comes back with baby Jin going, hey sis, happy birthday. And you got like, I don't know if it's like supposed to be like a macaroon or like a middle mini cake or something. It's got this mini cake with like this little candy sticking out on top. And he's like, Jin, it's like, I can tell you really want to eat this. And he's like, So she takes a little bite out of it and goes, thank you. You can eat the rest. Nothing pleases me more than knowing your belly is full. He's like, mm-hmm. I see him standing there, just like snacking on the cake. He's like, sis, could you quit already? And she's like, huh? It's like, all the dangerous stuff. It's like, I'm worried that one day you might end up like mom. And instead of earning money, I was hoping you'd stay at home more, like before. I see Tao just kind of like looking slumped over, looking defeated, going, I have to do the dangerous stuff, or else we can't leave this place. No one is going to save us. We can't be free unless we have money. And she like grabs him in for a hug and goes, it's okay. You don't have to worry about anything. Your big sis will protect you, Jin. It's like, before I knew it, Jin and money were the only things on my mind. I was like, you want to quit? Are you an idiot? And you see like the little target, like circle symbol behind her boss as he's sitting at this table. I was like, you think you can just ask nicely and I'll give you the A-OK to scurry off? You can't wash your what? You can't wash your hands of the biz that easily. It's like, still, you are more useful than your dear old dad. You should reconsider. It's for your own good. And you see in the next, God damn it, man. You see the next page, Tao's been tied up in what looks like a cell, like one of her hands chained to the wall. So a little bit of thought was enough to make the answer clear. But I really did turn into an idiot. Oh yeah, so you see like there's like one of the rooftop, like little shed house things they've been keeping her captive. It's like I wasn't sure how many days passed. 3, 5, a week, and you see like the guy that initially came in to beat on her father also beaten Tao. So I just had to hurry back home. And you see a tunk as she's like grabbing the arm with the chain, just like yanking on the chain. He's like, hey, have you actually gone nuts? Or he's like, what? And she grabs him by the lapel and pulls him closer. I can assume she's like grabbing him closer and trying to like bite his neck. He's like, what the hell? What the hell are you doing, you brat? He's like, screw with me, would ya? Oh, God, okay. So it looks like he's got like the little taunt, like the little wooden blade in like a wooden sheath. So I assume that was what he was using to beat up her father before. Like, I assume he just kept it in the sheath and was like using it basically as a club. But this time he just whips out the sword and Tao like grabs her arm, like uses it to defend it. Oh, God damn it, man. As he's bringing the sword blade down. And you see on the next page that he's been knocked out next. God damn it. You see he's been knocked out and left in a little prison room. And you see Tao's arm just like still hanging on to a little chain that was trapped on. And you see the next one, she's like used a belt to tighten off the blood flow. She's like holding her bleeding arm. And she's running back to her apartment door and she sees that the door is open. God damn it. Hold on. Okay, alright. Yeah, so she sees the doors open. She sees someone like lying half in and out of what assumes like the dining room. Oh shit. I think I just had a revelation. Hold on. So you see like a single black feather laid next to it. On the next page you had Tao going, I just hoped that you would still be alive. God damn it, man. He's like, even if you were the one who killed our father, even if you ended up being a murderer, I just hope that you're alive somewhere. And then she thinks back to Tatsuomi telling her, but it'd be awful if the person you've been looking for this whole time had turned into a manga or something. Not something you've given much thought to, I see. And she's like, Jin, did you really die? She's just got like this look of like regret and like fear on her face. And you see that he's doing like it's a little like forced like choking thing, and you see like arm, the bruised arms like showing up on Tao's throat. And if you look back at the panel before, you see that I assume now this was the father that he killed. Like when so I assume the father had been beating him, and he basically finally retaliated, and he choked him out and like killed him, and then he ran away. Because if you look back at the father with the panel, the father was lying, you can see like the bruise mark of someone's hand around his throat. Shit, because there's also like a string holding down from the ceiling. So I wonder if he, after killing the father, if he tried to kill himself and then someone came and cut him down and took him away. Or if he managed like, or if the rope snapped before he could complete the process. Oh, God damn it, man. You see the next page, like Tao just handed him a piece of candy as a baby. Oh, I gotta say, I do love this sequence of shots though. Because you see Tao's glasses, a mirrored shot of Alma just like coming down with a kick. As you think Tao thinks back to when she just dropped like 2 candies into his palms, like assume when she first met him. And you have Alma just screaming, "What are you doing to Miss Tao, you bastard?" He just comes down with an axe kick and just knocks down Yoru's hands. But yeah, so it's the very heavy implication. Actually, we'll talk about this, I guess, with the chapter. Like, we'll go from the beginning to the end with my thoughts. But yeah, like I said, so this chapter finally gave us like some context as to like, you know, what Tao's upbringing was, you know, like what happened to her, all that kind of stuff. At least what set her on the path where she is now. Like we're still missing some of the details, like what happened after she left with the gangsters. I can't assume that they just let her run around freely or whatever. So I don't know if the implication is going to be that she's still wanted by them or she managed to take them out or what. But we got a little bit of insight into Tao's backstory, you know, being brought up by abusive parents, taking care of a sibling who then basically disappeared, and then it looks like it turned into Yoru. But like I've said this before, Gokurakugai I don't think does anything like new or groundbreaking. Like this is a backstory we've seen like, you know, countless times before where, you know, kids grow up with like, you know, shitty abusive parents, which again like really, really personally hit close to home for me. And you have the elder sibling kind of, you know, playing the caretaker, taking the brunt of the abuse to protect the younger sibling. But even if it's nothing like new or groundbreaking, I think Gokurakugai does it well. It utilizes these tropes well. Like I said, it really does give you more insight into Tao and into Yoru, like the murderer he turned into. Because you have like the slow build up with like, you know, Tao being like, oh, you know, because she's out of the house more now, taking on all these jobs and things, the beatings kind of got transferred, the beatings and the abuse transferred from her to the younger brother. And you can kind of infer that, like, all right, when she went to tell the gangster, like, you know, I'm not doing this anymore, I want out, and they had her tied up and tortured for however long it was, that the brother would have thought, like, you know, well, she just abandoned me, she ran away without me, she betrayed me. And, you know, finally, when it became too much for the father's abuse, he ended up killing him, choking him out, potentially tried to take his own life. That's not fully clear, but I'm guessing with the scar across the neck, that's what it's like heavily implied to be. And after all that happened, like that's how come like his whole like gimmick now is like he basically strangles women to death, is because he's basically trying to like strangle his sister. Like they're basically stand-ins for his sister who he's killing for, you know, having that she abandoned him all those years ago. So yeah, it's just super, super heartbreaking and rough to get through this. Apart from that, again, as always, artwork is phenomenal. No complaints about that. Like you can just kind of see like the bags under the eyes, like how downtrodden, beaten Tao was during this time. So like it's just like the little touches like that really well done. Apart from that, I don't think Yoru's going to be taken down here. Like I feel like this is going to set off like a larger plot mechanic thing of like, you know, them trying to find out if there's a way to potentially turn Maga back from humans, find out like the larger, like, you know, who's the big bad is and everything like that. So I'm really looking forward to that. I think this also confirms that Tao does indeed have like a mechanical arm because the other one got cut off. So yeah, really looking forward to it. Solid chapter. Really, really rough emotionally to read, but looking forward to the next one. So like I mentioned at the beginning, Shonen Jump stuff will be out today. I got Akane Spy Family as Gokurakugai out. Like I mentioned, Kaiju will be back next week, so either next week or the week after, I'll do a video for that along with the other Shonen Jump stuff as per normal. Like I said, channel update is out as well with details on read-throughs are coming back. As always, if you like this content, please do like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff. And until next time, this is Ash. I'll talk to you all later.